All right, one more time, thumbs up if you can see me and you can see the presentation. Lovely. Let's get started. Hello to all of you healthy lifestyle participants and welcome. Today we are talking about natural phenomena. And during October, we are celebrating the Connect to Your Environment program. It's all about boosting your physical and mental health by spending some time outside. And we have just had spectacular weather this September and first 2 days of October. And since we can't be outside at this very moment, I thought it would be fun to bring the outdoors to you. Nature has this unique way of mesmerizing us with its grandeur and its complexity. And today we are going to embark on a journey to explore some of the most inspiring natural wonders on our planet. So in Utah, we find ourselves surrounded by a breathtaking tapestry and landscapes. We are very lucky that way. We have red rock formations of the Arches National Park to the serene expanse of the Great Salt Lake, just 20 minutes from us. These natural masterpieces showcase the beauty of our environment, and they remind us that these intricate connections we share with the natural world, that it's not all about us. So to celebrate the natural wonders during the Connect to Your Environment program, I'm going to highlight some incredible natural phenomena that appears here in Utah, in the United States, and then some special spots in the world. I'm not going to be able to get to everything today. Of course, we could go on and on about this for hours, but I will highlight some that you may have heard of before, maybe hopefully some that are new and that you can put on your bucket list. So, as we dive into these extraordinary natural events, remember that they are more than spectacles to behold. They are reminders of our planet's delicate balance and profound ways in which we are connected to our environment. And by understanding and appreciating natural phenomena, we can foster this deeper sense of stewardship and responsibility to our world. All right, let's jump right into our very first one. So you may have seen this before. It is located here in Utah. It's nestled within the serene landscapes of Fish Lake National Forest, and it's the extraordinary wonder of the pando, or the trembling giant is what it's known as. And what makes this so special is all of these trees you see in this photo right here is one single organism that has been cloned. So, it's very inspiring because this grove of quaking aspens, they are actually one of the oldest and most massive living organisms on planet Earth. And Pando is unique because it's not just this grove of trees. Underneath, if you could imagine the root system underneath, it's actually one root system. So each tree in the grove is genetically cloned, sprouting from the same root network that spans over 100 acres. And while the trees typically live for about 130 years, the root system from which they arise has been around for almost 80,000 years. So the incredible longevity that makes up Pando not only is a marvel of nature, but also a living testament to resilience and adaptability of life. And one of the best things about Pando is the quaking aspens, they make up this very distinct sound. So that's what you get the trembling giant from. It almost sounds like an earthquake in the wind. So when the wind is breezing right through all of these trees, um, you can hear this sight, you can see and hear the quaking in unison. It's almost this enchanting or mystical experience. I'll show you some more pictures. So here are some other photos. So just again, imagining that these are each identical clones with the same root system. Has anyone visited here before? Do you want to throw that in the chat? It's about 2.5 hours south of Salt Lake. No, but it's on my bucket list. It's beautiful in the fall, in the autumn time. So if you have the chance to make the trip down there, if you just Google Pando Trembling Giant directions to in your Google, it'll take you right to it, and it's spectacular. The next one I want to talk about is the Spiral Jetty. And this one isn't necessarily a natural wonder, it's artwork mixed with nature, but I still wanted to highlight it because it is an interesting way of how our art and how nature and how humans interact with one another. So, this captivating piece of land was created by artist Robert Smithson in 1970. So, situated just at the northeastern shore of the Great Salt Lake is this monumental earthwork, is what they call it when you're mixing art with earth. And it actually is a testament to the play between art and nature. So Smithson, he constructed the spiral jetty by using 6,000 tons of basalt rocks and earth, forming a 1,500-foot long spiral that extends into the Great Salt Lake. The choice of a spiral shape is significant. It symbolizes both the natural forms found in shells and galaxies and the notion of infinity or continuity. So the artwork was designed to interact dynamically with its surroundings, particularly when the water levels of the Great Salt Lake are high or when they are low, which we know fluctuates dramatically depending on seasonal changes or long-term climate patterns. In the spiral jetty, it's often submerged or partially submerged depending on the lake's water levels. So when the water recedes, the jetty emerges and encrusted with salt crystals that reflect sunlight, it actually gives the rocks this shimmering experience or appearance. So making each visit to the spiral jetty a very unique experience based on what the level of the water is, where the sun is in the sky, how brightly the sun is shining. Um, so it gives us both this stoic sculpture within nature. Let me show you some more photos of this one. So here's an aerial shot from up above. You can see the spiral jetty. Pretty magnificent. If you were participating in corporate games this year, we had a scavenger hunt, and one of the scavenger hunt items was actually to take a picture at the spiral jetty. So some of you may have visited it this year. All right. Moving on to Utah's Devil's Slide. So this is actually in northern Utah. It's about 40 miles northeast of Salt Lake. And it's a fascinating geological formation that they call the Devil's Slide. It's this natural phenomenon that is easily visible from Interstate 84, and it has captivated imaginations of geologists and tourists. So you can see here, we have two parallel limestone ridges that vertically project from the hillside that resemble a slide. And each ridge is about 25 feet high, and then they are 20 or 200 feet long. So 25 feet high, 200 feet long. And then the gap in between them is only 7 feet. I wouldn't suggest using this as a slide, but it's fun to imagine. Maybe if you were wrapped in some sort of protective gear, but I still do not recommend it. The formation, it actually dates back to the Jurassic period, so 160 million years ago. These layers have been under immense pressure, causing them to lithify into limestone. And then the limestone layers were eventually uplifted and tilted by tectonic forces, creating those steep angles that we see. And of course, erosion has played a crucial role in shaping this double slide as wind and water gradually wore away the softer rocks and then leaving the more resilient limestones. Here's some more pictures. The one on the left is a recent one that was taken this year, and the photo on the right was actually taken in 1873. Okay. Utah is known for its stunning landscapes and all of our unique geological formations. But one of the lesser known marvels is these toadstools. These fascinating rock formations are also referred to as hoodoos or found in the Grand Staircase Escalante. So the toadstools are a result of millions of years of natural erosion and weathering. They are characterized by their unique shape of having this larger rock balanced atop a narrow stem, giving that illusion of a mushroom or a toadstool. I'll just give you a moment to enjoy. This cap right here, it's made of harder, more resilient rock, while the stem is composed of softer rock or more easily eroded material. So over time, again, kind of like the double slide, wind and water wear away the softer rock more quickly than the harder rock is what is left over, giving it this appearance of a mushroom. Here's some more pictures too. All right, this next one is one of my favorites. So it's in Yosemite National Park. It's known as the Horsetail Fall. And Yosemite has one of the most breathtaking natural phenomenons. And this one is almost one of the most enchanting ones. So this spectacle only occurs when the setting sun illuminates this waterfall right here, creating this illusion that there's some sort of lava or fire cascading from the hillside. And so they named it Firewall, which refers to this optical illusion, right, of when the sun is hitting just right. Typically the best time to see this is during the last 2 weeks of February. And it's truly just for a moment when the water appears to glow orange or red, resembling molten lava or fire. And the reason for this is the sun's position. The sun has to be at a very specific angle to light up this waterfall. The sky needs to be clear enough for the sunlight to reach the waterfall without obstruction. And then there must be adequate water flowing through the Horsetail Fall to reflect the light. Let me show you more pictures of this one too. Again, the last 2 weeks of February is typically the best to see this one. So you can see there's still snow-capped mountains, but pretty amazing. If you have been to any of these places that I've mentioned or have stories about them, I would love if you could throw them in the chat box. All right, moving throughout the United States. In the heart of the Great Plains is Chimney Rock. This is a very iconic natural formation. It's located in western Nebraska, and it has captivated imaginations of travelers, historians, and nature enthusiasts like yourself for centuries. Chimney Rock, it's a towering rock formation that rises approximately 300 feet above the surrounding North Platte River Valley. It consists primarily of brule clay interspersed with layers of volcanic ash and sandstone, giving its unique and striking appearance. And just like many of the others, it's millions of years of wind and water eroding and sculpting this chimney rock that we see today. And for many pioneers traveling to Oregon, California, and many of the Mormon trails during the 19th century, Chimney Rock was a critical landmark. It served as this navigational guide, signaling to those heading west that they were on the right path. So many diary entries and letters from those traveling mention Chimney Rock, reflecting its importance and its symbol of hope and progress. Awesome. Lynn, you are well traveled. You've been to Pando, you've been to Chimney Rock. Awesome. Let's see here, kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. And you can see Chimney Rock from the Pony Express Trail. Very cool. Some of these landmarks, it makes you really wonder why they happen. I mean, we can break it down to the science of it. But then when you think about travelers coming through and it being a sign of hope, of looking at all things in nature and seeing what lessons they can teach us, whether it's patience or resilience, it's kind of something to think about. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, so San Diego, it's known for its perfect weather, its stunning coastline and beautiful beaches, but they can occasionally transform into the scene straight out of a fantasy novel, thanks to this bioluminescence. So that's what you see here with these blue lights on the coast. So this natural phenomenon, it's captivating display where the waves of the ocean glow within otherworldly blue light, so creating this memorizing spectacle for those lucky enough to witness it. Bioluminescence is the production and emission of light by living organisms. So in the ocean, this light is typically produced by these tiny marine organisms, these microscopic creatures that emit light as a defense mechanism when disturbed, which can happen when there's movement in waves, when there's currents, or even just a passing boat. So when these organisms are agitated by the motion of the water, they undergo a chemical reaction that emits the light. And this phenomenon, it's most visible at night, as you could imagine, making these crashing waves into the glowing spectacle just a wonderful sight to behold. They are unpredictable though. So in San Diego, the bioluminescence events, they typically happen during warmer months. So late spring to early fall. The intensity and frequency of these events can vary, and they are often influenced by the water's temperature. The best places to see them when traveling is La Jolla Shores, Torrey Pine State Beach, Mission Beach, and Sunset Cliffs. I have more photos for you here. It must resemble some sort of good luck when you see this, just because they're so unpredictable, I would think. All right, we are going to move out of the US and head south to Mexico. So we have here Hidden Beach, or Playa de Amor, which is Beach of Love. It's one of Mexico's most enchanting natural phenomenon. So it's just a few miles from the coast. It's this very secluded beach, as you can see from the aerial shot. Hidden Beach has believed to have been formed by volcanic activity and erosion over thousands of years. Erosion is the cause for all of our natural phenomenons, it feels like. Its current shape, though, is largely attributed to human intervention. So there was a secluded beach here, but this perfect circle formation has been said to be caused by humans. So in the early 20th century, the Mexican government used the islands for military testing, so which resulted in several craters and caves that were created. So it was believed that it was much smaller before before there was any sort of military interruption to make Hidden Beach a little bit bigger. The only way to access this hidden beach is through a very narrow water tunnel that connects it to the Pacific Ocean. So visitors, they typically swim or kayak through this tunnel to reach the sandy shore. Here's another picture. These colors are spectacular, that turquoise water. All right. We are going to head from Mexico to the other side of the world to China. China's Rainbow Mountain is a stunning natural wonder located in the Gansu province of China. The extraordinary landscape is renowned for its vibrant, multicolored layers of rock that stretch across the mountains that resemble a rainbow, as you can see here. Could you imagine how this was created? Wind and water once again. So the layers of sandstone and other minerals were deposited by wind and water over millions of years. There was also tectonic plate movements, which caused these rock formations to be lifted and then folded, which are creating the patterns that you see. And if you wish to see this wonderful spectacle, the best time to visit is during sunrise or sunset, when the sun rays enhance the colors, making them even more vibrant and surreal. There's walking trails for visitors to explore as well. So put it on the bucket list. There's also Rainbow Mountains in Brazil too. So if you prefer to head south, then across the world. Here are some more pictures of the Rainbow Mountains. It does not look real. Alrighty, the last one we're going to talk about today is Australia's Lake Hillier. So this is located in the middle island off the coast of Western Australia, and it's one of the most intriguing natural phenomenons in the world. It has this bubblegum pink color that sets it apart from other lakes and has really sparked the curiosity of scientists throughout the world. So this pink hue of Lake Hillier is believed to be caused by the presence of microalgae that produces carotenoid pigments, particularly beta carotene. So just like what's found in our carrots and responsible for turning our carrots orange is the same that's turning this lake pink. There's the presence of salt-loving bacteria as well in the salt crust that may be contributing to this. And despite its unusual color, it's not harmful to humans. Actually, explorers and researchers, they have visited the lake and they actually find it quite safe for swimming. But due to its remote location and delicate nature, access to the lake can be restricted to protect its natural beauty. I bet this is really cool to see from the plane. It's one of those natural phenomenons. It serves as this reminder of the incredible and sometimes mysterious part of our world, of the unknown. Ooh, we have Jerusha. I've seen it from the plane. How cool. That's awesome. I'll show you some more pictures too to give you an idea. It really just looks like someone was chewing their bubble gum and stuck it right on this island. Well, nature, it offers a very powerful lens from which we can learn about. Like I mentioned before, nature teaches us to be resilient, it teaches us patience, and it teaches us strength. Lessons can be learned from these natural phenomenons, but you can also find them by going for a walk outside of your office or just going for a walk in your neighborhood. You can find amazing things every single day. Nature teaches us to bounce back from setbacks. It teaches us to be patient with gradual growth. And it also teaches us that there's beauty from tenacity. So thank you for joining us for the Connect to Your Environment Month and celebrating natural phenomenons with us. I hope you get a chance to experience some of these wonders of nature during the autumn season and that you enjoyed having 25 minutes away from your work and then to indulge in some naturescapes. Hope you all have a good day. Thank you so much.